How's this frame for you?
Oh, you look like you're having a great time. I am milling about with Stephen Bishop, and he is starring in Fatal Affair on Netflix. So, where are you, Stephen?
I'm at home. I'm in my backyard. It's
Nice
a,
backyard.
it's a nice day, so I figured I would come out and enjoy the weather. And instead of just being on a normal white backdrop here, I give you a little tropical vibe.
It feels very Los Angeles to me. I miss it there so much. I used to go back and forth all the time. Now I'm in like grungy New York City. So.
Oh, I'm actually supposed to be there right now filming my series, and because of uh, the pandemic, they haven't opened up for that yet. But we'll be out there pretty soon. What part of the city do you live in?
In Queens.
Okay.
Yeah. What series were you filming? Did they have to sort of like stop in the middle of it?
No, we got picked up. We got the pilot picked up, and we were supposed to start shooting in mid-June for the series. So obviously that's not been able to happen. So they're talking about later in the year. So hopefully that'll happen.
And what's the series called?
It's called Run the World, and it's on Stars.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Well, we're going to talk about Fatal Affair. We don't want to get Netflix upset with us.
No. Let's do that. Let's do
Okay.
that. Let me make sure I have a good frame here. Uh,
Yeah, you look good.
there
Perfect.
we go.
Where did,
There we go.
nice. Where did you actually shoot this?
We shot in Malibu.
You did. I recognized it. I recognized Malibu. Yeah.
Yeah, the bulk of my stuff, I don't know if we shot some of the other stuff in other places, but all of my stuff was shot in Malibu. We had a great house, and we were able to use the beach outside the house and everything like that. So it was nice to be there for a few weeks as your office.
Tell me how that works. So somebody says, okay, you can use my house in Malibu. An entire crew can come in. They can tear everything down and put everything back together. How does that
Well,
work?
they get paid handsomely for it.
Ah, yeah.
That's how it works. And you're not able to, they're able to block off certain rooms that they don't want you to use, and the set brings in their own furniture and all of that. So most of 90% of what you see is productions furniture and artwork on the walls and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they get paid pretty well for that kind of thing. So they're happy about it. And if anything goes wrong, production has to pay for it.
There you go. And then you can like you said, you hang out on the beach. Did you go for like a run? Was your family with you?
No, because I'm shooting at home, and my daughter is only 2 years old. I didn't bring her because she might not understand what's happening and start making noise and things like that, calling out for me and that kind of thing. But I got to do a little bit of working out over there on the beach, but I didn't go for any runs because when I was there for work, and I was pretty much locked into the scenes because we didn't have time to waste. We were, from beginning to end, we were shooting and then getting out of there because we did have curfews, I believe.
Yeah, you mentioned your daughter. I won't even attempt to pronounce her name, but it is so gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Her name is Charlie.
But she has like a Hawaiian thing going on too.
Her middle name, Keku'ulani. Yeah. She, her mother is Filipino Hawaiian. And so her name is Charlie Keku'ulani, which means gift from heaven. She was given that by her grandfather, her mother's dad, and she's obviously the apple of my eye. She's the greatest, and I'm just loving being her daddy and watching her grow up.
It's interesting because in the show, you and Nia Long, who I have a girl crush on her, I'm going to admit this right now. You play empty nesters, and here you are, not an empty nester, just sort of beginning.
Yeah, no, and you know, Nia has kids as well. One of her kids is just starting college, and another one's 9 years old. So, but yeah, we play parents of a daughter who's just starting college, and you know, it was interesting to see Aubrey Cleland. She plays our daughter, and it was interesting to imagine Charlie as Brittany in the movie, you know, grown up, me sending her off to college. And I drew a lot of emotion from how I imagine it'll be with Charlie when I was, you know, like at the door with the kid coming to see her, and, you know, sending her off to college in her car, telling her to buckle her seatbelt and all that kind of thing. It was fun to go into that emotional place and try to find that.
Well, she's got a ways to go, so you're good.
Yeah, yeah, we're good for now.
I noticed you're wearing the same blue bracelet, Stephen, that you wore in the movie. Do you ever take this off?
I don't. This is
What?
Charlie. This is Charlie. I got this at Charlie's first birthday party, and I just have never taken it off since I got it. It used to have Minnie Mouse all around it because it was a Minnie Mouse theme, but I've worn it so much that the paint or whatever it was that was on here, you know, is worn off, and now it's just a blue bracelet. So, and you can see I've got a line here. You can see a tan line. You know, so no, I don't ever take it off. And fortunately, a lot of the characters that I play have been allowed to wear beaded bracelets and stuff like that. So this one hadn't had to come off yet.
It says it in your contract. This bracelet will never come off.
Exactly. Yeah. Everything's good. Just so you know, the blue bracelet is not coming off. Don't ask.
And other things I notice about you that is interesting is that you write in certain things about your sport talent. Like you're a golfer, and oddly enough, this character golfs.
Yeah, that
So,
was a coincidence. That was pure
oh,
coincidence. Yeah, that was pure coincidence. It was a pleasant surprise when I saw it uh, in the script, but that it was a coincidence. And yeah, I'm an athlete. I was a professional baseball player before I was an actor. I played, you know, football in high school. I was on the swim team before high school. I played tennis. I played some basketball. You know, I snow skied. I was on a junior ski team. You know, so I've been into athletics pretty much all my life.
and you knew automatically that you could make that transition to acting with no problem.
Well, I didn't know it wasn't automatic. I took drama in college,
Ah, okay.
and my professor is really responsible for me even believing that I could do this for a living, because he literally said that I should. He's like, you know, you're really good at this. You should consider doing this for a living. And I was like, well, man, I'm going to play pro baseball, man. So I don't think so. And he's like, well, you never know, you know, keep it in your back pocket. You never know what could happen. And in that moment, I realized, you know what, he's right. This can be an after baseball thing.
Cool. Yeah, a lot of I feel like it's a good transition for a lot of, sports people who can't work until they, well into their 70s and 80s. So you have something to fall back on in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, it's a good transition. And you know, baseball is a sport that equips you for this business, because, you know, in baseball as a hitter, if you're great, you're going to fail 70% of the time. And there's no other profession in life that you can be a 70% failure and be considered even to keep your position, let alone be great at it. You
Yeah.
know, so when you come from that type of a background and you come into acting where you're going to be auditioning and not getting roles more than you're going to get roles, it helps, you know, steel your resolve and not break your confidence down at all, you know. So it helped build me for this.
So getting back to the golfing scene, how is Omar Epps as a golfer? Do tell. What's he really like?
Well, you know what, we didn't get a chance to play golf. He hit a couple of putts, and you know, I think he could be good. You know, he had good aim and good speed. I didn't get a chance to actually see him swing a golf club though, so I don't know if he. I don't even know. I'm trying to remember if we talked about if he plays or not. And I think he said he plays, but just not a lot. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm a golf junkie. So I try to play a couple times a week and practice once on the weekends. So, you know, if you're just a casual drink some beers golfer, you're not probably going to enjoy playing with me because I don't really even talk when I play golf. But, you know, again, you know, let me take that back. I know how to switch gears. I know how to switch gears. If I know I'm playing with somebody who's not good and they just want to go have a couple beers and play, I know how to play that game too. But more often than not, I play very competitive golf. I have weekly games with guys who are, you know, I won't say any names, but one of the guys I play with is a Hall of Fame athlete, and another guy I play with will probably be a broadcast Hall of Fame sports anchor, and we're very competitive. You know, so and you know, for me, it keeps the competitive juices flowing like I had in baseball. For one of my playing partners, it keeps his competitive juices going that got him into the Hall of Fame as a basketball player. And you know, it's just a really good way to get that adrenaline fix that, you know, competitors need.
Yeah.
So it's fun. I love it.
But it was quite the shot, Stephen, I have to say. I think it like sort of twirled the ball a little bit. And was that like you sunk that in like the first shot? Or my husband's looking at me and saying he's a professional golfer.
You mean, did I put one and make one in this film?
Yes, you did.
That's right, I did. And you know what? It's funny. It wasn't the first take, I'll be honest, because in Imposters, there's a scene where I'm putting in my living room, and I make the putt, and that one, I had been practicing it the whole time we were setting up, wasn't making any of them, and then as soon as the camera came on, I made the very first one. So on this one, I will admit, it took me 2-3 takes to make this putt. But yeah, no, tell your husband thank you for noticing my form is solid, though. I appreciate that.
And speaking of Imposters, I have to tell you, I discovered that show during quarantine.
Oh,
because
nice.
I never saw it before, and I binge watched it from beginning to end, and I just want to see more. I just want more. It was so much fun.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we enjoyed shooting it. It was amazing. It was such a good show. I was so disappointed that it went away. But you know, there's still a slight chance that we could see something more. I'm holding, you know, hope against hope that we're going to get something done. Maybe a reunion movie, you know, that would be fantastic. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Thanks for picking it up on, you know, binge watching it. And, you know, I just wish we could have given you more.
I can see you doing a guest spot on Lucifer.
I don't know. We'll see.
You and Inbar, you can have like a little reunion on Lucifer.
Right? Could you? Well, imagine if they did that, if they wrote Patrick in and he shows up and he's like, hey, you look familiar.
I love it. I love it. So tell me what you want audiences to come away with Fatal Affair. It's such a fun little ride.
Yeah, I'd like them to take away that, you know, a good, loving family can fight through anything. You know, Marcus and Ellie have a long history. They love each other, and, you know, people make mistakes. And I think that one of the things I admired about Marcus was that he was able to be mature enough to be able to walk through it with his wife instead of, you know, throwing her under the bus or just trying to immediately jet from the relationship. I think that, you know, that's a good a role model for a lot of people in the world is, you know, if you really are in love with the person you're with and you know, you have something worth fighting for, fight for it.
Well said. And of course, you can catch it on Netflix. So Stephen, thank you so much for joining me. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having me, and hopefully I get a chance to talk to you soon.
That'd be great, and stay safe.
You too. You too. Put your mask on and social distance.
Absolutely. Okay,
All right. Thank
bye-bye.
you for having me.
Sure. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Always news. Always refreshing. Always candid. Always milling about. Robin Milling delivers what celebrities are saying to you.